peeps? Icky here. I'm gonna bring you today a new pickups video. Now, I haven't made one of these videos in well over a year. I have bought a lot of things since then, but not every single thing will be in here. Just, the interesting stuff, I guess, or classic stuff, you want to say it. But yeah, got some VF archives playing in the background here. This is from NYGX or NYG10, which was the recent Virtua Fighter tournament that went down at Next Level Arcade in New York this weekend. Shout outs to the New York VF crew for putting that on. The scene really needed some healthy competition because there's not enough of us VF players out there. But yeah, big props to NYC VF for putting that on. But yeah, let's get started here. Just want to apologize for the video quality. I'm using my cell phone, and it's very shitty. So I'm going to start off the top of the stack, and no particular order. Boom. Ready to rumble boxing. Now, for anyone that's ever owned a Dreamcast or did own a Dreamcast at the time that it was released, this game was very, very hyped. The graphics themselves were super advanced, even with being a cartoony look. And you had Michael Buffer as the actual announcer in game. This was just like a must-have for a lot of people at that time. A lot of my friends were just like, going nuts over this game. Just over screenshots even, not even playing it. They were just going nuts over it. So it just shows you, man. The Dreamcast had a lot of hype for it, and this is one of those games. Let's see what else we got here. Rez. Alright, so Rez is it's not a shmup. It is a shooter, though. A third-person, on-rails shooter, kind of like Panzer Dragoon. But it's very rhythm-based, although you don't shoot to a rhythm. The enemies you kill, once they die, they explode into a rhythm. So the more enemies you're killing, the more music and the trippier the visuals get in the background. You can't really see with these screenshots here, but this is a very trippy game. The controller pulses to the beat. Very cool to veg out, toke it up and then play this game, man. You will have a good time. You'll probably beat it just sitting there, all fucking ripped playing that. Let's see what else. Ooh. Right here, classic, extremely based hockey by Midway. This is basically NBA Jam, but hockey. Open ice, NHL Open Ice. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to do a full review on this game, just because I fucking love it, and other people need to know about it. It's very easy to find online. I don't know if there was a shit ton of copies made, but it's a sports game, so sports games don't hold their value. But this one kind of does. Resident Evil 3. This is probably the most tense Resident Evil. Definitely not the hardest, but most tense. Nemesis doesn't back off. He's running through the walls, chasing you to each screen. It is kind of an easier game compared to like 1 and 2. You're always gonna have ammo, unless you play on hard mode. But yeah, oh my god, just classic. I had this on the digital PSN version, but I had to get it on disc when I found it for a good price. So let's see what else. Okay, this is a case upgrade. Thrasher Skate and Destroy. This is developed by Z-Access. They made the Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX games. I think that came after this. But Rockstar published this one, and it's a fucking fun skating game. Although it's not as, fluid as Tony Hawk, it did have ragdoll physics at the time when ragdoll physics were like new. So this was like kind of a novelty. But I had to get it. It was only like $1. Why not? Right here, baby. Quake 3 Arena for the Dreamcast. You can actually still play this online, as long as you know how to turn your dial-up line and reverse the signal from your PC. You can actually dial into other users and play this game still. I don't know if anyone has it like ready to go, but if you organize it with your friends, you guys can definitely play this game online via your Dreamcast. And it does support keyboard and mouse. So let's see here. Oh my god. Assassin's Creed 2. People are gonna be like, what the fuck? Why are you showing this off? Oh, it's not for any reason other than, Assassin's Creed, it's pretty much done. Like, I know they're still making games, but spiritually, that series died with the Ezio trilogy, or the Ezio games. I don't know what to say. This is probably the best one. This Brotherhood are my two favorites, and probably diehard Assassin's Creed fans will say that 2 and Brotherhood are their favorites too. And this is only like $2, so why not? This game kind of sucks. Spirit of Speed. The only reason I picked this up is just because it's LJN, and it's a later LJN game, which I don't know. I don't know how late they produce games, but I didn't know that they made Dreamcast games or published Dreamcast games, so I just picked it up because of that, and it was only $1. No one wants it. Alright. What is there to say about Tony Hawk? This is the skateboarding game. Before Tony Hawk, all skateboarding games are kind of shitty. I mean, you had 720, Skate or Die, TNC, Surf Designs, but none got it like this game. And the Dreamcast port just, polishes the PS1 graphics, just makes them smoother, and there's nothing really to say. It's just a better version than the PS1. That was also very cheap. I think it was like $2. Okay, here's one that was not fucking cheap. Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha. This was the first 3D Street Fighter game, really, using polygon graphics, but it is still a 2D game. There used to be rumors like you could like sidestep attacks, which there is some characters that have a sidestepping sort of move, but it's not like Tekken or Virtua Fighter. You can't sidestep stuff. But this game is actually super fun. Canceling like supers into supers is just nuts. Street Fighter EX2 also has like custom combos, but that one is much more expensive and harder to find than this version. But it's still really fun, and the music in this game, superb. I wish Arika, whoever made the music for these games, worked at Capcom still. I really do. But this one was really cool to find. Not cheap though. It was like 20 something bucks. Trag. Okay. This one, it's basically a Resident Evil clone or a survival horror type of game by Sunsoft. Awesome ass based Sunsoft. But it is a, what is it? Terrorists take over a building and you just like go in there to like save, or I forgot what you do. But it's a survival horror game. Tank controls, inventory management, all that kind of shit. But it's not a like horror game. It's definitely more of a tactical military sort of game. But it has a twist. What a twist! Ooh, okay, Echo. Tides of Time. I don't know what people would say. I don't know about the Echo fanboys. I don't know if this is better than the first one, but I found it for like $4 at a thrift store. Oh wait, $5.99. My bad, got that wrong. But I found it for like really cheap, as you can see, and complete in good condition too. So picked it up. Don't have much to say about it because I haven't really put much time into it. Ooh, Valis 3. So this one I imported, obviously. I got it off eBay for I think like $12, something not too bad like that. But Valis 3, for anyone that hasn't played it, I don't want to say it's like Castlevania, but it's a side-scrolling action game where some sort of things remind you of like Castlevania, but it's more of its own thing. But it's actually really cool. Has lots of cool cutscenes for being a Genesis game. And you guys can see this right here. Duke Nukem Forever. I don't even want to talk about this game. It was like $2 at GameStop. I just picked it up because of that. What else we got here? Ooh, Street Fighter Alpha Anthology for PS2. Now, the cool thing about this is I picked this off of Amazon.com for $10 new. $10 new, sealed. And there's tons of copies left on Amazon. So if you're a fan of Alpha, this is probably the best version of the Alpha to get. I don't know. I don't have any tests or like sources to say how accurate this is compared to like the Saturn version of Alpha 3 or the Saturn version of Alpha 2, but these are pretty much emulated perfect arcade ports with versus mode. All the extra characters from the PSP Alpha are in here. Just awesome. Well, not the PSP Alpha, the PS1 Alpha, but it even has Gem Fighter, so it's fucking sick. It's $10. Order yourself one brand new, sealed. Amazon.com. Alright, right here, Capcom Classics 2. Same deal, Amazon.com. Brand new, sealed. I think it was like $18, but that's a good price. It has a bunch of good games on here. My favorites being Three Wonders, Strider, Super Turbo. What else? Oh, Magic Sword's sick. Echo Fighters or Eco Fighters, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, sick. Magic Twins is kind of fun. Alright, Dead Space. Now, I've never owned this game. I only rented it. What is it called? Redbox? I Redboxed it like twice. Never beat it. I think I got to a monster that you had to like trap in a freezer, and he was chasing you around, and you had to trap him in the center of a room. I got that far, which probably wasn't far at all, but I'm really looking forward to actually sitting down and finishing Dead Space 1, and then I can do the rest of them. NBA 2K, this was like 50 cents, probably like one of my favorite basketball games at that time, and I don't like too many basketball games, but this one was fucking awesome. I don't remember if this had the one-on-one half court mode, or what was it, outdoor mode. I don't remember. I think the other one had it, 2K1, but still very fun. b-ball. This is a not so fun game, Extreme Sports. I only got this I don't know, it was like 50 cents. I couldn't pass that up. It's just a game. So the last two games here are both related. I actually didn't plan it this way, but here we go with this one. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle, sealed. This is also another Amazon deal. I think Bandai Namco announced a couple months ago, oh hey, we got copies of JoJo's for like $20, go get them on Amazon, free shipping. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna get one, but I already own this game. I've actually bought this 3 times technically. I ordered the Japanese version once, it never got shipped to me, so I got refunded, and then I downloaded the digital one off PSN, and then when I saw that the physical version was really cheap, I bought it. And since I have it digitally, I don't really technically have to open this yet, so I'm keeping it sealed. I really like this game, but it was kind of a letdown because it's not as good as the following game, and it also has a lot of frame rate issues. But for the main reason, it's not as good as the following game. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Heritage for the Future. Wait. For matching service. Now, what this is well, how do I explain this? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure came out in Japan, right? It was an arcade game, and naturally with Capcom arcade games, they get updates. So, Bizarre Adventure was released outside of Japan as JoJo's Venture. So, when JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in Japan got a title update, it was called Heritage for the Future. And then Heritage for the Future came out in America as simply titled JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Get it? Alright. Well, anyways, Heritage for the Future was also re-released for matching service, which was Capcom's sort of a online Dreamcast fighting game network in a way, where you could actually dial up and fight against people in a lobby system. You could pick them out and sort of send them not hate messages. There were pre-programmed messages that you could just simply send while you were fighting. And the weird thing about this is, well, you saw it on the cover. It says sample. And the weird thing about Japanese Dreamcast games is I think every single copy of a Japanese Dreamcast game has several sample copies produced for it. Now, I don't know the full story of what these samples are for, but I can only assume These were used for either review purposes, sent to magazines or websites to review, or sent to stores for demo units, stuff like that, or even like who knows, private people within Sega or the companies that made them. But it's definitely a legitimate sample copy. This sticker is printed onto the manual and stuck on there pretty well. And this right here, sample, is printed onto the disc. So there is definitely proof that's a sample. I don't know how rare it is, but it's very cool to have. As a JoJo's player and a JoJo's fan, this is definitely the highlight of the stuff I picked up within the last year. And oh yeah, that's not the last thing. This last thing is not as cool as the JoJo's, but I found me some congas. Yeah, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Now, what this is just a rhythm game that you play with a big ass pair of bongos. I found this at the thrift store for like $15, but no game, just the bongos. But the main reason I got it is because it actually has the physical box, which most people throw this away. So very cool to find a boxed bongos. But yeah, guys, that's all the pickups for this past year so far, or at least the ones I wanted to share. But I'll probably make another one of these in the next few months. I do have a lot of games on my want list. So yeah, if you guys like it, leave a thumbs up or a comment, and yeah, I'll peace out and see you later.